Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us and the entrepreneurs from across the world to be able to come in here this morning and to bring y'all some good tips, tricks, and a little bit of knowledge of things that we have done that shifted our life. And it was releasing things that we had going on within our life that wasn't beneficial to us, because it may have been someone else's situations. It may have been a person. It may have been some emotion, some past experiences. So whatever it was, and that self-doubt and that fear that keeps bringing them back up, and it just keeps bringing them from the back to the front of our brain, of our mind and our thought processes. Well, when it comes back to the front, I'm going to tell you a little bit of how to release it this morning. How to be able to take those energies and those thought processes and know that when they come up to the front of that self-doubt and that fear and those emotions, and you start getting into a, oh man, this is a bad day, I don't like this day, or the emotions hide away inside bed, or I just want to just hide away from life, put me off into a corner, don't want to be there type of energy. Well, today you can now release that, because you can now put the thought process to it of knowing that those emotions that were coming up, break it down. Where are they coming from? What is the smell around you, the lighting around you, the people around you, something that you're cooking, something that you're watching on TV? They bring back thoughts and stuff from a past as well. Well, each time that those emotions start coming in and you get into those funk states, well, just now all right, now I know I don't feel good because that smell right there is not making me feel good inside. It's from a past experience of something that may have happened as a child. Your parents may, hey, you better eat everything on that plate, and it made you sick. Maybe it had allergies to it and they didn't know it. So that past experience of that smell just keeps bringing it back up. Well, now it's like, all right, I know what's going on with that experience. Or a past experience of something that may have harmed you or hurt you. That fear is going to keep coming up even as a physical body gets around it as a larger adult. Some people don't want to go skydiving. Why? Because their daddy may have threw them up too high on the trampoline, and they fell off and they hurt themselves as a child. It brings back memories. So now I don't want to go flying up in the sky. I don't want to go get in that airplane because it reminds me of that time that I fell off the trampoline. Things like that. It's childhood memories that you can come and now understand and harness and look at it and say, you know what? I don't have to let that harm me anymore. I know I'm an adult, and I know I can make informed decisions, and I can make sure that I am safe in every direction and aspect of my life, because I'm going to put those better thoughts to it. Releasing those bad energies and those bad thoughts every time that they come up, that is going to help you, put you into as Matthew Jang would say it, he puts himself in a zipper. When he doesn't want to be connected or feel those emotions or those energies or things, he takes a zipper from the top all the way down and puts himself inside to where he can have his own thoughts and release himself from everything else that is not beneficial to his life. Because our own mind can break us down daily, because there's always things that's going to go on that is going to come up every day. And that's where we come in for the morning motivation, this life motivation of knowing the situations that you're going through, knowing that y'all are down there chatting again, knowing that you're going through things that you can control, because if they don't feel good to you, then figure it out why. If you don't want it, get rid of it. The people, the emotions, release it, cut the cord. If it's somebody else's emotions, definitely cut the cord in a couple places along the way so it can't reconnect, so they can't come back and retie it. Cut it in smaller pieces. Because some people are so toxic within your life, and sometimes you don't even see it. And then when other people come around you and they see those toxic people around you, and we see the light within you, but yet that light is dimmed because of the people you are around. I can remember my parents telling me all the time, you are the sum of the 5 that you are around. Son, pick your friends wisely. How many have you heard that? Many, I'm sure. So same thing as an adult, as you're moving. Are you going to stay in that same mindset as you was back in high school and you're now 40? Is that very beneficial to your life? Probably not. Because you were in the party and in the woman chasing and having a good time and just making enough money to survive type attitude. But yet when you get in your 40s, you start looking at, I've only got a few more years left. I'm on the halfway mark, because here, in the Western states, 80s is about the average, right? So to release all that, to know that we have to have a better thought process within our life. We have to have a better thought process in everything that we do and we're moving towards. So now knowing that we can release the energies that we don't want. We can release the fears that we don't want. We can release the people that we don't need. We can release their energies away from us. Their situations that they're going through does not have to be ours. And we know that. And we can put the hand up and say, you know what, y'all deal with your own energies. You deal with your own situations over there. I have my own BS that I need to deal with. And stacking yours on it, I'm not here to carry the world on my shoulders. I need to carry my own. And I need to move my life into the direction where I want it to go every day. If you're getting up and you're doing that and you're moving your life with happiness and you're happy with everything that you're doing and everything that's coming and everything that is happening within your life, then you're winning. That's what it's all about. We want everybody to be happy with everything that you're doing within life. I'm not asking anybody to do anything but to love yourself. We're not asking anybody to do anything except getting up every day and put a better energy and a better thought process to your life, because whatever you were doing before probably wasn't working, and that's why you're in here today. That's why you're catching these YouTube replays, or somebody has sent this to you, because there may be some messages that you need to hear that they've been trying to tell you, that another person's perspective may be able to open up your eyes just a little bit, be able to open up your heart just a little bit to understand the things that you're going through may not be your things, maybe things that you need to release. It may be other people's situations that you have piled on because you are a loving soul. Yes, we all are. But take care of yourself first, people. Same thing as in an airplane. They drop, that mask drops. What is the first thing they tell you? Put it on you first, because we cannot go out and assist those or anyone around us before we do something better for ourselves. And we have been breaking ourselves down for so long. And it took me many years to figure out, what was I trying to get away from? I was just trying to get away from everybody else's BS in my own head of why I was taking care of my mom's stuff, why I was trying to do my sister's stuff, why I was trying to, help my son's stuff, my other son's stuff, and trying to deal for them when I wasn't dealing for me. And when I turned around and started dealing for me first and started letting them take care of their own stuff, you're a grown adult, figure it out. I can only guide you, and you can only make the choices, and then you will pay the consequences of the choices that you make. The pros and the cons of it, and you chose a direction, then you will deal with what? The abundance of or the lack of. It's your choice. So when I learned how to guide myself first in a better direction, to release the fears and the things that I did not want within my life, and then I said, you know what? Where y'all want to go? Let's go. I'm ready. And then now that has projected within a few years time period for my life to go into a whole different direction, to get all my financial means in a better state, to be able to get my life into a better state, my relationships into a better state, my networking into a better state, to be able to build communities and businesses all online, and to be able to know that I don't have to go door to door with products or services, to know that I have communities and networkers across the world that I work with every day that is supporting me and I is supporting them. Why? Because we network together to inspire each other, to make sure that we're holding each other accountable for the things that you say that you wanted to come in here and do. If you want something better within your life, then we're going to hold you accountable for the things that you say that you want to do for you. It's not something that we're doing for you. All we're doing is offering some guidance and some techniques and tips and tricks. There we go. Yeah, if you got ticks, then get somebody to check that. All right. I'm not a doctor. And guys, I am someone who has just come in to a light into a journey of life that has been able to harness the things that I've been able to do, the places I've been able to go, to be able to inspire others along the way, to be able to have a voice to let people know that you're not in the darkness, and emotions and situations that you're going through are just situations, and there is always a solution to those. So, and within life, everything that we have and we do is something that we have brought to our life ourselves by our thought processes. You may have dreamed or thought of those things a long time ago. So now where do you want to bring your next 40 years? Where do you want to bring your next 30 years, your next 50 years, your next 80 years? Where do you want to bring that? Where do you want to go? The biggest power that I can pass along today is the power of this pen, the power of setting the intentions and the goals of what you want within your life. To release those fears, write them down on paper and say, I do not want this in my life anymore. Da, 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 da. I do not want those thoughts in my life anymore. Write it down and then put right beside it, I do not want it, in big bold letters, in my life anymore. And now you are releasing that to the universe, telling it within your journal of life of things that you have been going through that you do not want. And release them. Get rid of them. And then have them on a piece of paper. You go to the fireplace, look at them one more time saying, look at the side. I do not want, I do not want, I do not want. And don't even read the side that you wrote. Throw it in the fire. Now release it from your life altogether. Because you're going to give that the intentions to make you to start feeling better every day. And you're not going to put a thought or an energy or an emotion to any of those that you just burnt, that you just got rid of, that you just released. Release the self-doubt. Release those fears. Know that you are a power source. Know that you have the energy to move this world because you are a vibration source. You are a frequency. And those things around you can feel it. And other people are frequencies as well. They can feel it. The words that you give out every day is a frequency. Let it be heard because it is ringing across the universe as it bounces off these satellites to connect with each one of you today and say thank you that we have that ability. It's a good day to have a good day. Brother Julio stepped in a little bit late on that one, but how are you today, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. Look, Thomas, you say it all the time. I'm not late, brother. I'm on time. I'm on time. That day, that's what it's about, man. I had some stuff I had to take care of, so, you know, nonetheless, I'm still here, you know. Man, guys, Thomas, that's an on-point topic. You described that thing yesterday. I had a client here in the building that asked me to burn some old files and destroy a hard drive and stuff like that. And I built a small little fire, you know, in the back of the building yesterday. And I torched all of his stuff because he just didn't trust, you know, any other services. He's like, I want to burn all these floppy disks. He's retiring, you know, he's in his mid 70s and whatnot. But it sparked up the conversation, me looking at the fire about the things in us that, you know, of course, that I wanted to talk about today, but start a conversation about the things in us that, you know, that we want to die off, that we want to transition from, that we want to grow past, you know, the aspects of us that need to fall by the wayside, you know, whether it be, you know, bad habits, character flaws, you know, regardless of what those things are. I don't know what they are for you. You know, I know what they are for me. You know, I've been lacking and slacking in certain areas, and I'm just like, man, you know, what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna continue to go by day and say, okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. You know, I only can bite off a certain amount of you know, a day or whatnot. But sometimes you making up excuses mentally in order to not transition. You know, I've realized, Thomas, that there's aspects that me and you have talked about where I scare the shit out of myself, you know. But I've cut out a lot of that fat off of my life, a lot of those things that don't belong there, habits, you know. Been working on my character, working on you know, character building in general. I always consider myself to be a people person. You know me, Thomas, I'm gonna have fun with life no matter what. You know, I'm gonna try to make the best out of any situation. Shannon's funny yesterday because she's like, and me and Thomas, we just roll it off the tongue. We shoot from the hip like it ain't nothing, you know, and she has to prep for stuff, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't always flow though, Shannon. You know, like I said yesterday, you know, if you have it in your mind and then you have something great, then you want to go ahead and share. But other than that, it's about just being transparent. That flows, my transparency. It's not always easy to share with you guys. It's not always easy to be open and share my growth, but we're in the people business. You know, we're in the business of changing people's lives. We're in the you know, yes, that is a business. You know, we're not discussing business, but that's the business of changing people's lives, of inspiring people for greater. motivating people to become the best version of themselves day in and day out. And what that looks like, for me, what that looks like for you, might be slightly different. But if you can take some nuggets and, and grasp that and transition from that and grow, daily from those things, then you're going to be better off or whatnot. It's not about shooting from the hip. It's not about, oh, you can speak right or you can do this. You're going to become the best version of you. You're not going to become, a better version of Julio, a better version of Thomas or whatever. It's about becoming that best version of yourself every single day. And I've learned, and I'm still learning, what it is to die to the old way of thinking, to your brain operating off of an autopilot. Certain days you feel it, other days you don't. And on the days that you don't, you have to will yourself to do that. That's what Thomas talks about as far as he references harnessing power, harnessing will, harnessing a drive, harnessing frequency, harnessing energy, and that's what it is. You have to harness your will to want to succeed. You have to harness what really matters. What really matters, regardless of what happened yesterday, that's in the past and doesn't even matter. Anything back then, I wouldn't say it's rare. It may affect you because of consequences today, but what's in the past is in the past for a reason. We're in the right now. We're in the current state. We're currently living. We're currently co-creating. So what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with the purpose behind your life? What are you doing with your giftings? Are you growing every single day, no matter what, without fail? Given we're all on different journeys and we all have different time frames and we're going through all of our lives and nobody's on the same schedule,
Yes, we're all on different time frames and different schedules. And what he's talking about is harnessing the energy that's around you. If you are waking up every morning and you turn on the news and then you watch stuff in the third world country or a country that you're not even around, going through wars and different things, is there anything that you can do about that today, right now? Probably not. So if we sit there and we waste our energy on the thought processes of things that aren't beneficial to us, but today you're here now, and this world, being in this world right here and right now, Jim Rohn says it a lot. If you're wasting your energy thinking on stuff that you cannot do anything about, but yet you're here within your local government, you're here within your municipality that you live within, you're here within your world that you can make a difference within now, because the things that you're learning and the places that you and the people that you know and connecting with, what could you do within your local little city? What could you change there about things that hey man, I wish this would change in this city. I wish this would happen over here. I wish this would. Well, good. Start a movement. Start a drive. That's your passion. Get people with you. Get people behind you. Start an organization, nonprofit, profit, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. And go make a change within your city. If you want something different, then go make it happen. Don't sit there and complain to the ones, all day long, if you have the abilities to make something happen, and we all do. Taking those energies, taking those frequencies and those thought processes. And once you get, like you said, if we're making $2,000 a month right now, and you can make an extra $10,000 a month, what would you really do with it? Put those numbers down. What could you really do with it? That's more than what you was already living on before. So what could you really do with it? Get rid of all your debt first. Oh, cool, you're debt free. Awesome. Now what are you doing? All right, got some investments going. Good. Awesome. Now what could you do within your community if those funds started going more? Because if you're making that much, what if you can make a little bit more? What if you can make a little bit more? And then now you have this much and you were only living off of $2,000 a month anyway. What could you do with all that money? What kind of organizations could you help out? There's many schools that are lacking, that are helping autisms, giving them their physical needs that they need here and to be able to have their physical bodies as well. There's many nonprofit organizations right here locally that I go and help and either volunteer or donate, because they are needing equipment of some shape, form, or fashion to be able to help those people. They need the monetary funds as well to keep the lights on. They need, the little snacks for the people. They need the little rooms. They need the special equipment. You could actually help and assist. So just know, as you get bigger and bigger within your life and your organizations and the things that we're doing, what could you do within your community? That's how you would change the world, one little area at a time. And it starts with us first. Because if we don't get the release of all the stuff we have and find this happiness that we have within us and find that frequency level that I'm talking about, the high energy frequency that you need to stay on, you know, that Mr. Donovan wakes up with every day because it's like he plugs into a light socket? Yes. Why? Because he knows what he has and his abilities that he can do and what he brings back to his community that he is helping out with his team and what they're doing when they're going in and helping and assisting people. So just knowing what we're doing is not something that is not new. We're doing this because it came with us when we were born. It's called your heart. Pump it up, guys. Live it out. Brother Ryan is in here this morning, and he has a little passage he is going to read out of a book for us today. Brother, where you at?
I'm right here, buddy. Yes, reading once again is coming from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Touches on faith. Faith is a head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translates it into spiritual equivalent, and transmits it into infinite intelligence, as the case of prayer. The emotions of faith, love, and sex are the most powerful of all the major positive emotions. When the three are blended, they have the effect of coloring the vibration of thought in such a way that it instantly reaches the subconscious mind, where it is changed into spiritual equivalent, the only form that induces a response from the infinite intelligence. Love and faith are psychic, related to the spiritual side of man. Sex is purely biological and related only to the physical. The mixing or blending of these three emotions has the effect of opening a direct line of communication between the infinite thinking mind of man and the infinite intelligence. So I encourage you all to have faith in your visions, have faith in you, most importantly.
Yes.
Go manifest great things today. Much love.
Much love on that, Brother Ryan. Thank you. Very powerful words right there. Manifesting through our thoughts. Wow. Who would have thunk it, right? Yes. Bring the things to that what we want. Very powerful. Love it. Thank you for that. All right. Anybody else got anything that they want to bring up to this message this morning? I know we're running on time frame, and it's a busy day for a lot of people, and a lot of new trainings, a lot of new things that we're doing, a lot of videos that we got to be at, meetings we got to be in, and, you know, just making sure that we're changing the world, you know, helping everybody out. All right. Miss Shannon is going to wrap us up this morning with a affirmation that she writes. So if y'all have a moment and not driving, close your eyes. Take a deep breath with her right quick. You ready? You've released it. Now go ahead, Miss Shannon.
Morning, everybody. Today, I am thankful. Thankful for my life, my friends and family, my abilities, my creativity, for the air that I breathe. I am thankful for life's difficulties because they make me a stronger person. I am thankful for everything that life has given and denied me, but mostly I am thankful for being me.
Thankful for being me. Enjoy your day, guys. Enjoy your energy of releasing, burning, writing down those things you don't want and getting rid of them out of your life. Had fun with everything you're doing. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. We love and appreciate you all.